Um, is it okay if we start now?
Yeah, I think let's go. Yeah.
Okay, I'm starting. Hello, everybody. Firstly, thank you, ICYF, to organize this event. I hope you like my story. It's 5 p.m. in Turkey, in here, and 3 hours left for iftar. So I am a little bit tired, and I would like to say sorry if I slip off the tongue. And I would like to introduce myself. I'm Hazel. I am co-founder of the Snackhaus and House Freeze-Dry brand. I was born in Aydın. Aydın is a small city in Turkey. My family is still living there. And she is my grandmother. She grows our veggies and fruits in her garden. I have learned to eat organic foods, healthy life, to respect earth from my grandmother. Here is our garden in Aydın. She is growing everything, fruits, veggies, and some plants. And I'm so interested in healthy life, organic foods, and cooking so much. I like to visit different countries to learn their cuisine, their different vegetables and fruits. After high school, I won the Istanbul University, and I have moved to Istanbul. I graduated molecular biology and genetics department of Istanbul University in 2012. I took plant technology, plant biotechnology, food technology lessons, and I was thinking work on a plant technology or food sector. But my story didn't start with this. Actually, after university, I went to Holland to work in a genetic laboratory. It was a great adventure for me. And 6 months later, I returned to Turkey, but I couldn't find a job in my about my sector. So unfortunately, I threw away my background. Then I found a job in a different area. I started as a business analyst. I started as a business analyst, then a project manager at a corporate company. In corporate life, I have learned many things. Business life, meetings, organization, to lead team, manage project. Actually, every day prepared me for these days. Uh, Almost 3.5 years, yes, almost 3.5 years later, I was bored my job and my life in Istanbul so much. Istanbul is very huge, so crowded, and my family is not near me, and they are living in Aydın, and my friends returned their born town. I was alone in Istanbul, and I asked myself, what are you doing in here? So I decided to search a new life. I was wandering Thailand those days. It was my dream. I thought Thailand, I bought a Thailand plane ticket to search a new life, new area, to find a new job. I had a dream. I wanted to work at a farm or restaurant. I don't know, but I can do everything. The only thing I know, I don't want to work at a big corporate company as a white collar. Anyway, I have visited 8 cities in 15, 20 days, yes. But there was a problem. In Thailand, there are no cheese, no bread, no dairy products, no milk, and no olives. So, no breakfast for me. Yes, they are using soy milk, but I can't drink the soy milk. I want to tell a small story. When I was Holland, my Dutch friend said to me, "You are eating two dinner because in Turkey we eat hot cooked meal in a lunch like a dinner, but in Netherlands they don't eat just a sandwich in lunch. They eat hot cooked meal at dinner." It's so funny story. I can say Thai people eat dinner 3 times per day. Anyway, this was a very big problem for me because I was planning to live in Thailand, but there is no breakfast for me. Breakfast is very important things in my life. So I thought about this problem for days. I had to solve this problem. Dairy products needs cold chain, and the shelf life is so short. I must change this cold chain problem and extend the shelf life. My friend said me, you are a genetic engineer, change the structure, do something. But I said it was impossible. Then light shined in my brain. Uh, Actually, there is a one way. This is the freeze drying technology. I have known this technology from university. Actually, we are using to save endangered cell culture, DNA, RNA, and pharmaceutical biotechnology. And I could apply this technology to the foods. After Thailand, I returned to Turkey and I started to search about freeze drying. Who are the using this technology? Is there any freeze dried food in Turkey? And who has the freeze dryer? Who is the producer of freeze dryer? Is there any freeze dried food? Is there any selling the freeze dried food in Turkey? I did a deep research, and NASA, the NASA uses the freeze drying technology to send food into space because of long shelf life. I said that if NASA is doing, of course I can do, and I did it. What's freeze drying? Let's talk about the technology. Incas, Incas, the first known in the world to use freeze drying technology, Incas in 11th century. Chunya chunya is a freeze-dried potato product traditionally made by the Cuchera and Aymara communities of Bolivia and Peru. And fresh food shelf life is very short, so we should use the different technologies to store and save the food. And these are the canning, freeze drying, dehydrated, the other drying methods, and frozen. But each has different problems. If you put food to the freezer, you can extend shelf life maximum 6 months. Then you defrost the freeze food, and food texture, color, taste are changed. Food cells exploded, and especially fruits are not eaten like a fresh fruit. And the other process, canning, is totally different. Totally different process. You are putting additives or salt, sugar, etc. While making canning. Taste, color, shape, size of food are totally changing. This is very different process. And there are a few drying methods: sun drying, oven drying, and spray drying, etc. You heat the food in all drying process. Heat is exploding the food cells, and that's why the food shrinks, and darkness and taste, smell, size, shape are changing. But most importantly, the nutritional value is decreasing. This is very important things. We lost some vitamins and minerals while using the heat. Our process is freeze drying is totally different than the others. We don't change any size, shape, color, taste, smell, and of course nutritional value of fresh foods. Freeze drying is the best drying technology all over the world. We extend shelf life of foods up to 30 years. Yes, very huge number, 30 years. And so it's the immortal products. So we prevent with the fresh foods. Yes, these are the immortal foods because we evaporate all water from inside of food. There is no water inside of food, so to living microorganism on food is impossible. How can we do it? What's the freeze drying technology actually? Firstly, we buy products, the fruits and vegetables from our contracted farmers. Then firstly select, wash, and slice the products. Then freeze the product under minus 40 and 50 degree. Water inside food was crystallized, as you can see. Then evaporate all water from inside of freeze product. After drying process, we are packaging in non-oxygen packages. There is no moisture, no oxygen in package, and so life was stopped. Actually, you can store many years unless open the packages, and nothing changed. These are my retail products we are selling in B2C and B2B. In B2C, we have the banana, okra pickle. This is the unique all over the world. Strawberry, melon, apricot, green olives, cheese ball. Yes, this is the same. And dragon fruits, apple. We can work all kind of fruits, meat, seafood, and cooked meal, juice, bread, some liquids, etc. And there is one more important advantage. If you add water into freeze-dried products, you can get back the fresh foods. So we can carry dry soup and cooked meal and heat hot dinner with hot water. This is the best product for mountaineers, soldiers, and single people. Firstly, we freeze-dried cooked meal or işte tea liquid. You can put the hot water, you can get back the fresh one. This is very beautiful technology. Actually, I have started to produce freeze dryer firstly. After return Thailand, I reached this technology, but it was so expensive, and I don't have money. I don't know what should I do, and I have talked with my university teacher, and they gave me a permission to use their laboratory. I have started after work and weekends, and I was still working those days because I need money. I went to near angel investor with my prototype. After working, I make the small prototype, and I went to the angel investors with my prototype, but nobody believed me because to invest marketplace, financial technology, mobile applications were so popular in those days, and a return was very fast, and all investors were investing their money in those areas. Nobody was related with the food technology actually, but I didn't give up because I knew that this is not just my problem. We waste 214 million Turkish lira on food every year. This is not a waste food. We can use this ugly foods, and we can save these foods. These foods become garbage before they reach our table. We should decrease this huge number. So I should preserve food and avoid wasting food. Freeze drying technology was a suitable technology to reduce this figure. That's why I couldn't give up. And there was a competition. Yeah, there was a competition to invest project from government in Turkey, and I have written a project about developed freeze drying machinery and produced own product. And but this period was so long. It took more than 6 months. After work, I was going to the university, and many education were given us from the government. But after that, I won and I got a grant from government. I presented my project to the government, and I won this competition. And the government gave me a fund to establish my company. Then I established my company, and we developed our first machine and first final products. It was very good. Everything was very perfectly, but I started to sell freeze-dried products to the hotels firstly. But I couldn't be successful. Then I changed my business model. I have packaged products to retail packages, and I attended a summer festival. Yeah, there was a summer festival. This is my first festival. I attend a stand, and I made everyone taste the products and explain the technology, because nobody knows the freeze drying technology in Turkey. This is very big problem. Nobody knows your technology. Nobody knows your technology's advantages. And I told to everybody who attend this festival this technology's advantages and this technology, and I test our products. I said the freeze drying technology and the other drying technologies difference, and feedbacks were very successful. I sold more than 200 products, yes, 200 products, I guess, in one day. I was so happy. It was a very beautiful day for me, and I agreed with 3 organic markets to sell my products in that festival. Now, after that, this period, I applied to many competition, and I won more than 10 competition, 2 European Union competition. The first one is the Green Entrepreneurship Idea of Challenge, and other one is the Baltic Sandbox Women in Tech. I went to the Lithuania, Baltic countries for boot camp, and I won the boot camp again in 2019. And we started to establish a European Union company and to produce in Turkey and export to all my products to Europe. But Corona started, so we returned to Turkey. And yes, we returned to Turkey. Now we are producing and selling our products in Turkey, 40 offline markets and more than 10 online markets. Beginning of last year and last quarter of last year, 2 more different governmental grants for research and development, and our machinery R&D and food R&D still continue now. We are consulting about drying technologies, and we are in the Technopark. We are working on the most of the time R&D and producing the freeze-dried food. Yes, these are our supporters. I won prize more than 10 competition, as I said, in Turkey. Now we are Istanbul and Aydın. We have the 2 company. We are progressing by growing. And yes, this is my story. Thank you for listening. That's all, I guess. That's all from me. If you have any question, I can. These are the news. So sorry, I forgot the last slide. Yeah, thank you. Do you have any question?
Thank you so much, Miss Hazel. This was really fantastic. It's a great example of like an entrepreneurial journey, and definitely a great source of inspiration for everyone. maybe my first question would be, in your last slides, you mentioned or you cited the Sustainable Development Goals.
Mhm.
I was wondering if you had a chance to connect with the SDGs in one way or another. Like you have highlighted, I believe, 13 of them here.
Mhm.
So 10 of them here. So what are the specific connections? Have you done any work with any UN? Because as you know, the way I have designed the whole DPCH program is basically like connected to the SDGs, and the way we actually try to kind of localize the SDGs in different ways. And so could you please tell us a bit more about your connection with
Of
SDGs?
course, the UNDP's, the development goals, our first aim is these are the very beautiful goals, and we are decreasing the food waste. This is our first job, and this is our first aim, and we don't have any food waste. Our wasting our best we are using our best different project. For example, we are producing the green olives, and we use the green olive seeds with a partner startups. We change the green we are produce the biomaterial, yes, bioplastic material with the green seeds, and we use these biomaterials, and we produce the 3D filaments, the bio 3D filament. We are using this filaments in my press dryer machinery, and this is a very beautiful cycle, and we are using our water to get the inside of the food in the cleaning, and we peel the apple, and we are using the apple cover in the other products. And yes, this is the very important goals, and good health and well-being is our first aim, second aim. Yes, the seventh one, affordable and clean energy. We decrease the energy efficiency so much. The other dryer, press dryer is a more expensive technology. We are always working on the decrease the energy cost. So yes, these are our development goals aim. We are not reach the all goals, but we are working on it.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, there's no requirement that each entrepreneur needs to connect with all the 17. This is a very passionate goal, but I admire you that you have been able to connect your work with so many different versions. And definitely, this is something that you should keep going. You know, it's important to kind of inspire others through the SDGs. And are there other questions? Any comments, any reflections? And
yes, please, Doctor. If you allow me, I just have a few questions.
Yes, please.
Please, yes.
Yes. My name is Idi Ahmed, and I'm from Cameroon. I just have I think 4 questions to Ms. Hazel. The first one is, with this drying technology, does it mean that food never expires? That is the first one. The second one is, your project, can you estimate how much it costs you to start something like this? I mean, in terms of human resource, machines, and the rest. And the third question is, do you train young people on how to acquire these drying technical, skills?
Yes, thank you
And the
so
last,
much.
and the last one, sorry, it's like 4 questions. Because I'm from Cameroon, and Cameroon is in Africa, so sometimes we have an issue where we the food is available. Let's say, for example, in different villages, you see they have different plantations. They have, let's say, for example, let me take bananas. Bananas are available in large quantities, but sometimes it doesn't reach the city on time because it gets bad due to the poor state of roads. So do you think of a project or a cooperation project in the future in helping to reach out to these countries that are suffering from conservation issues because they cannot conserve these plants and fruits? So I don't know if you, in your business model, you're planning for that. So thank you for your time, and sorry that my questions were so long.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. Yes, I would like to work with the other startups in abroad, especially the Asian and African startups. Sometimes we are talking. I have the friends living in that countries. I would like to produce. Produce different fruits and veggies and the tropical fruits and veggies. But now I don't have a plan. I am always searching the investment because this technology a little bit expensive technology, and I should increase my capacity and my company volume. So the last question I would like to go there, and my first dream is to produce my products and to send to African people actually, because this product is uh, as I said, the shelf life is so long and it's so light. And if you, for example, two half and two banana, it's almost 250 grams. But if I if I dry this banana, it's almost 25 grams. It's so light. The same banana. We put 2.5 fresh banana. It and our freeze-dried packages. So I can export other, especially for people and the sometimes especially disease and earthquakes. You can put it the freeze-dried food in the earthquakes bag and the disease bag, and in this critical times, in this emergency times, I wanna export my products to emergency country, the poor country. And third question. Yes, I am training some students. We are in the Technopark in the university campus, and Yıldız Technical University campus, and there is the food engineering department. Many food engineers. We are working with the many food engineers as a trainer. And your second question, I started with the governmental fund. I won the 50K dollar, and I had the firstly 10 kilogram capacity per day. Then I produced my product, sell all products, earn money, and I applied to different competition and other investment program. I earned some small price, and I increased my capacity to 100 kilogram. I started with the 2 people. Now we are 8. And machinery is so important because the freeze drying is the freeze dryer is the the most thing in this production. And the other is not important because you can wash in your hands and you can slice. Yes, if you have the machinery, slicing machinery or packaging machinery, of course it's better. But if you don't have much more money, you can start with in the person, not human work, and just machinery, grease dryer machine is the important. And I don't remember the first question.
Okay, I'll get back to the first one. So with 50,000 USD dollars, you can start this project.
Yes, correct. 50,000.
Okay.
No, not 50,000. Yes, correct.
50,000 USD dollars. Yeah. I think Eli Bin used. Yeah.
Yes.
So, I wanted to also just the first one was, does these dry fruits expire?
Expired? Shelf life?
Does it get bad? Is there like a specific period of time for it to be consumed, to be eaten?
It's the many years you can store the freeze-dried products. But in Turkey, we put 2 years in the packages. This is the legal issue. 2 years.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think there is Mr. Tekan who wants to ask a question.
Selam hocam. Çok teşekkürler. Let me definitely go back to English. I want to ask you, since the outbreak of the virus, you are not been able to meet with your students, and a lot of this stuff is a practical work. What methods have you developed in order to push forward this very beautiful idea, like meeting the students who you're working with alongside the university authorities? And my second question is, have you been able to receive kind of very significant funding from that Istanbul Council or from the government or from Food and Agriculture Organization or the Wet Food Program?
In Turkey, COSGAP, and there are many platforms, but there are two platform organization, governmental organization in Turkey, COSGAP and TÜBİTAK. I applied to TÜBİTAK, the Science Association organization, and it's firstly I applied to my project to the university. And university select my project than others, and we get education. What are they? They are investing to establishing company, marketing, selling, production, R&D, etc. Then we wrote a project, a detailed project. What should I do, what spend money, and what will do, what's the plan, and how many people work, and how much money will I spend. I wrote everything in the project document, and I sent all projects to the TÜBİTAK governmental organization, and I went to the Ankara to present my project. There was an 9 teachers. I presented my project and I told them, I tested my prototypes, and they select me, and then they gave me money. I established the company and started to work R&D. But in this period, they are always checking you, what did you do, and what are you doing, what will you do. Always I'm reporting to all what I did. And I forgot your first question, so sorry. Can you tell me your first question again?
Okay, I'm back. My first question was, given the fact that with the outbreak of the virus, you have not had the opportunity to meet the students and most of your work is kind of practical, what other channel have you used to keep the students and those you work with in close communication so that the ideas and the new branding should not probably kind of be stagnant or fade away?
Did you say something? Because I couldn't hear you.
Okay, I was saying that despite the fact that we got the virus which started, and I'm not sure you'll be able to meet your students and work in the lab or work in your area with them. What other methods have you used to bring these students that you have been working with at Yiddish Technique University?
Basically, he's asking just like due to the pandemic, you're unable to meet your students. So what other methods are you using to train your own students during this time?
This period in pandemic, sometimes we are open. We are always working because because we are producing the food product and university is closed. Yes, but we are working with the trainers and online. Just they are searching the project, some things, and yeah, we are training the trainers in online in pandemic period, unfortunately. Normally they are coming to our office and our laboratory. We are working together, but in this period, sometimes they are coming, but these days the number is so much in Turkey, and they are working in online.
Thank you so much there, Ms. Hazel. I hope that your work will not be affected much actually, and it's always difficult to kind of carry out the same level of pace and passion like all the time because of so many different factors. And I was wondering among our audience, any volunteer to raise a question or comment or reflection to our famous entrepreneur and innovator. If there's none, maybe I can ask a question. So one of the aspects of my work actually is I'm running a research grant on entrepreneurship education. And it's often very difficult to teach entrepreneurship, right? So some people claim that it is not really like something that can be taught. It's supposed to kind of like come naturally, like from birth or from like, it's, you know, there's this huge argument about nature or nurture. Like, is it by nature a person is an entrepreneur or it can be learned? So what do you think about it? Are you born as an entrepreneur or you got to be an entrepreneur down the road?
No, I didn't born as an entrepreneur. I didn't know the entrepreneur ladder until I went to the Thailand. Yes, I went to Thailand. I recognized the. I realized this technology is very useful and very necessary all over the world. And I thought yes, I can work, I can establish my company, and I can be an entrepreneurship. In my university education or before, there is no entrepreneurship lessons, but now there is an entrepreneurship lessons are many course in university. These students are so lucky. I'm not actually. Yeah, yeah, entrepreneurship is very long period and very. I'm working minimum is 12 or 15 hours in per day, and you should think everything. I worked as a white collar. Yeah, it was not enjoyable for me, but it was simple, and you just work the own job. And now, as an entrepreneur, you are thinking all things. Yeah, it's good. It's so good. I'm so like I like so much to produce something, to do make a beautiful things, and I'm so happy to listen to the good feedbacks. But entrepreneurship is very difficult road. If you want to establish your own company, please make sure that, and please think so much.
Great. Actually, like since you have referenced the quote unquote white collar many times, let me kind of like ask you a bit of like a provocative question in an academic way. So for a white collar who has some education and like a strong background and a network and opportunities in the ecosystem, there are ways to kind of excel and climb up the ladder of entrepreneurial journey. But what about, let's say, a blue-collar worker, like a refugee or a migrant or a person without a strong education? What do you think about their journey? So what do you think in terms of potential ways of empowering those who have some entrepreneurial ideas, who have some skills, but not necessarily able to translate them into action? So what would the experience of Hazel say about that?
I had a refugee trainee before. She is the food engineer student in the Yıldız Technical University, and she came to the here, and she said to me that I would like to learn many things. I would like to learn what are you doing. I said, of course you can learn, and you can come here. And we worked her in 3 or 4 months together. I'm sure I believe that there are many refugees in Turkey, the Syrian people living in here, and we are the yeah, I can say we are the brothers and sisters now, and we can work. We should work together. So if how can I say? I'm very interested in to work together, and because she knows for example, she knows the different products, different veggies, and different plants. I learned many things from her. It was very good communication. It was very good interaction to work with different people, different countries people. It make a bigger to make a bigger, and it's very good. It's very success in my opinion.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your answer. There's one more question from the same participant, there, Tekang. Tekang, please, we are out of time. Keep it very precise and to the point, and then afterwards we'll finish the day, okay?
Yeah, sure, Dr. Talk. Hojam, I want to ask from you, we got a lot of entrepreneurs and startups, particularly in agriculture. They start up very well, but along the line, they definitely have some difficulties. So I want to ask from you, where do you see this entrepreneurial pattern of yours in the next 5 years, 10 years? Is it going to be very strong? Are we going to see it in Asia, in Latin America, on the African continent, or what?
I hope so. I don't know. I hope so. I'm still working, and yeah, this is very difficult time, this period is so hard to stand up, and I have some plans, but I don't know because the pandemic period is very how can I say, very hard, very difficult period for all over the world. So I don't know actually. I have some plans, but I don't know actually what will I do and what can increase my capacity in the shortly. Yeah, I don't know how can I explain the differently.
Thank you so much once again, dear Ms. Hazel, and their guests and their participants. Special thanks to Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, my colleagues, for facilitating today's session. And it was an honor and pleasure for us to host an amazing and inspiring entrepreneur, Ms. Hazel Topcu. And we wish you all the best, and really grateful for your support to Design Post-COVID Humanity Ramadan Summit. And I wish everyone a blessed month of Ramadan. Enjoy your iftar, and we look forward to hosting you on Saturday, 2 p.m. as usual. Thank you.
Thank you so much.